Yeah, this is my little blurb that my oldest granddaughter made on my new phone. Yeah, I had to give up my LG G Flex. It just was running a super old Android. And I do have the phone I found, which is, it's not bad, but it's still running a fairly old Android system. And yeah, it's just not adequate. So that's the ZTE. So that's my picture on that one. And we this is my screenshot for my new phone, which you'll see. So that's pretty cool. That's an awesome variant cover, Catwoman. So I wanted to do my video with this new phone, but the problem is I haven't transferred that little blurb that my granddaughter made, making that found object diorama. So anyway, what do I have for you today? I have reclaiming, repurposing, some dio experiments, some hints, and on the workbench. Before I do that, I want to give a little shout out to Alex James, who works at Kenmore, the float plane that I take to Victoria, and he has a band. It's called Your Downstairs Neighbors. It's kind of folk rock, and I just told him I miniaturized the sticker or put it on one of my dios soon, but I just wanted to give him a shout out. We had a real good talk last Sunday when I was waiting to go up because of the Seafair. There was a complicated rigmarole to avoid the Blue Angels. So, Alex, here's your shout out, the first of many. So, yeah, so here's flying back. We were flying into Lake Union. We had this is Gasworks Park. I'd love to do a miniature of that. Wouldn't that be awesome? So, yeah, here's my YouTube site. 581 subscribers now. I want to do a new intro channel trailer where I describe what I do, but that'll have to wait. So I wanted to show you the stuff that I've gathered just over like a week and a half. Found object stuff. And I'm sorry for the darkness. I have some issues here with the electrical system here. Anyway, so this is what I call on the workbench portion. So you already saw the awesome thrift store truck that's still work in progress. 50% off at Michael's for this amazing Loctite that I'm anxious to use. You saw these. So I painted the different, this will be a 5-gallon bucket with the top, and then I got 2 of these, so I got to label these. And my wife, who goes to extreme lengths for me, she wouldn't do this for just anybody. She found this little skull. I think it's a rat skull. Oh, awesome. Then here's a trick. You have a bunch of prescription bottles with the double caps that go either way. You put them together and make these tubes, and you put a bunch of my scrolls. Those are all from labels rolled up. And then I made this. I think I showed you that one. Okay, so that's on the workbench. I painted this float plane. I'm going to Kenmoreize it. I'm going to Buckley to the Renaissance Fair, so I only have a short window here. So what I want to show you is stuff that I gathered. This is only in a week and a half. So This is stuff. These things, I had a epidural shot for my spine problem. I might have to have surgery, back surgery, but hopefully the shot will work. It's temporary, it's not a fix. Anyway, so you can get your popsicle sticks from eating some Outshine frozen fruit bars. If your wife goes for a walk, just ask her to pick up things. Most of these things she picked up, including the spent shell casing. We had SWAT here at the end of the street, and then I picked this up in Victoria. Someone lost the lens and stepped on it. Well, I can cut this even, and now you got two things, and always save your plastics. Had some pizza, so take different pieces and roll it up tight. You can Mod Podge this and then paint it. You even put dust and stuff on it, and you got your asteroids. Save all your rounds. Went through some tape this week. This was a broken, this had a magnet on it. It was one of those things for your magnet board. This is, again, from the Lactaid. I have to drink lactate because I'm lactose intolerant. These are actually off my new phone charger for the phone. Little protector things that they're cool little rubberized things. These are all the other bigger rounds from various things. And I peeled labels off these jars. And jars are awesome. Jelly jars are glass. You can put chemicals in there. The plastic peanut butter jars are great for storing house paint. Talk to Bob the Odd. He talks about how cheap buying a whole gallon of house paint is to use for base coats on foam and so on. So, and of course, if you have Starbucks people, you get not only these cool stirs, which are antennas and stuff, could be on ships, spaceships, but you also get plenty of these tops, and you see I use them to just display. This is stuff from the fire pit using my big magnet. Different little things. My sister gave me a bunch of ornamental gourds, which I put in my compost pile. Now I got a whole big patch of ornamental gourds. And what's so cool is when they're just starting, look at how miniature they are. And so they don't have the colors that the bigger ones have, but look, they're the perfect 6 to 7 inch size for action figures. And especially with October coming up, you keep these and you can make some kind of, horror Halloween thing with these like pumpkins and stuff. Oh, this is old, but this is one of the wasps that stung me 15 times. I assume 15 different wasps, but I caught the one and to get the species. Then right now, a lot of things are going to seed. So here was a lily, and so I got all the different parts, the stamen, the pestle. So that's cool. Oh, I have prescription pain rub, and it comes with this super thick metal tube. It's almost impossible to squeeze, by the way. But look at the cool cap, and then this is, of course, the end of it that screws on. You have to use a wire cutter to cut around it. It's so thick. But look at how cool it looks, like giant pieces of metal. If you roll that with a rolling pin, you even get smoothness. And speaking of metal, anytime you find Monster Energy or Red Bull, this is really thin aluminum. It's great for patches. I had some leftover stuff from HelloFresh, little vinegar, cool bottle. And then, like I said, things are going to seed. I got a lot of little tiny flowers. One of my next videos, I'm going to go out and show you. I can make a miniature flower arrangement with a little pot. I used up my Kingsford charcoal lighter for the fire pit, but I thought, oh, that's got a cool embossed thing, so maybe found object spaceships. So I have next door's apple tree that drops billions of apples in my yard. Thank you very much. I have to go through it and get it out. My sister takes some to Buckley for her deer. But I'm again saving some of these for October dios. And here's some more found objects. Speaking of, I'm not sure I got this from, but look, that would be paint that. It'd be a good little miniature flower vase. Yeah. Went through. I do dishes for my wife every day. She never gets up to do her dishes. So the ends of the fingers of Playtex gloves. Naturally, it's inside out, but you know the fingers at the end. You can cut those off, and they're perfect little caps that fit tight on 6-inch action figures. I used up my Gorilla Tape. So you peel off the last part of it, and now you got a nice thick fabric thing you can cut. And of course I have moss here. Up in Victoria, I found this has been run over 1 billion times. But look at how cool that is. So that'll go in that pile. This was from my new phone. Now this is from the fish box, the goldfish. And of course we go through mass quantities with the 3 kids we babysit, the twins and Frankie. And so I said, oh, I want to make that Cataclysm scene where Catwoman is falling during the earthquake inside an elevator shaft. And if I reverse this by taking the thing apart, it will be a great inside like steel elevator car. Yeah. And so here's just quickly how I sort things. Strange rounds, classic caps, including Starbucks. These are just some other containers. Yogurt, Keurig, different like fruit cocktail things. And then we go through a lot of diapers. So I peel this off the diaper cleansing wipes, Huggies. And so that opens up, because you put 2 together, you got a double opening thing, which is pretty cool for space doors. That wouldn't be 6-inch, but that would be, you could use that for a window frame, like in a space station or inside of a ship. You got your lens papers. I'll just give you a look. This is still a work in progress. I haven't done the photo background, but this is stuff from my giant reeds in the back. They're going to seed already. Then here's some more of the gourds. This is a desiccated apple I've desiccated over about a month. These are, this one here, these are the parts that hold the seeds inside bell peppers. Yeah, and I already showed you this. This is celery I chewed up. And I thought it looked sort of like something under the water. And then this is Victoria and Oregon stuff that I do. And then the sand is from Oregon Beach. Yeah, so that's going to be an Aquaman, or maybe I'll put my little submersible there or something. So those are all repurposed found objects. You can find it walking down the street, in your backyard, when you get a new product, when you get done eating something, packaging, when you obsolescent. It's always the right hand. If you're a right-hander, by the way, you always grab a knife and cut the thumb usually, and then the super hot water comes in. And yeah, so seeds, gourds. So there you go. That's about it. That was kind of quick. You can always go back and pause things. I would take you outside to look at the giant gourd patch, but I believe it's still raining. Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's spider web right here, an orb weaver. You can see it with some of the water on it, but I walked right in it full face a couple days ago, and he's back. Yeah, so anyway, that's what I got for you. This is, of course, that cool thing in the bottom after the flood. It made all these cool patterns. I put it on a poster board, basically. So, hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also go to my DeviantArt pages. I got a lot of stuff on there. I mean, thousands of pictures over like 12 years. So, there you go. Sometimes I do super radical things. Like I cut this super tough, a little pen light. Look at it. It's like military grade aluminum, as Ford likes to say. And that was hard. I used my cut-off tool. But I figured this would look good laying in an apocalyptic scene. What it is, I don't know. So, wax. Unexploded fireworks, people left. You know, there you go. So much stuff. But it's all about the action figure and prop game. Look at all those wonderful action figures I'm going to be putting in dioramas. Yep, I still got these two characters. She came out really good in the Oregon shots. If you haven't watched that video of my vacation trip, there's some really good natural scenes with poison ivy and swampy. So, this has gone long enough. I gotta get ready to go to the Renaissance Fair. One time I was at the Renaissance Fair, I had a big orange knee tarantula shirt on in black with orange, so it was real distinctive. The guy called me. He needed someone to help him in his act of throwing fire torches. So he blew it out, and he threw it across the stage to me, so I'm supposed to catch a cold one, basically. Halfway through the air, it came back on in full flame. And I go, whoa, and I caught it. The whole audience went, and I caught it, and he ran over as fast as he could, and he took it from me, blew it out, and he goes, man, I'm sorry, that's never happened. I've been doing this for years, but boy, I'm so glad that you were able to catch it and didn't get burnt, because he made the, throat slash symbol and said, I'd have been done. So everyone clapped like they thought I was part of the act, like I was part of his team, but I was a total newbie. So anyway, Renaissance Fair with the twins and Frankie and the parents taking the ascent. Be a nice ride out to Buckley, about an hour's drive. So, for the Batman, The Last Night on Earth. I haven't read the premium format two-ish, I think it is. But I have it. And I'm out.